Hey, Travels with Dottie here. It's good to see everybody again. I'm still in my last couple of days here at Story Lake State Park outside Las Vegas, New Mexico. And here's what I'm thinking about today. I'm thinking about New Mexico. This is my second summer here. I really love it here. However, the state park system is making pretty substantial changes for next year. I think it's next year. It's pretty complicated. I have like Debra, Dickinson, and Sally Forth, and many others do videos on these changes, and I've lost interest in the complexity of it. Well, here's what I do know. They haven't been able to raise rates here for 20 years. It explains why it's such a killer deal. $4 a night for electricity for a $225 pass for a non-resident. That's just for 2 summers. That's been a gift, and that's over. It's going to be much more than that. It's probably time to move on to try something different next year anyway, so I'm okay with this. There's just about every state has a state park system, so I'm starting to look into my home state of Nevada state parks and also Arizona. My friend Tim, those of you been with me for a while know I camp with Tim in Quartzsite, and past 2 summers he's been in national forest land, moving around in southern Idaho. So possibility too. Chances are I'll be ready to do that, and Tim will be ready to move on to do something different next year. Who knows? But probably be time to do something different. I threw a little bit of a mix-up. Usually, in almost every park that I've stayed in New Mexico, I've gotten reservations for electric sites. So I wouldn't have to worry about the occasional pretty hot day, even at high elevations. I could just flip on my air conditioner. Well, this year in Story Lake, there was a mix-up, and I ended up with a non-electric site for 2 weeks. And the first few days, let me tell you something, it was in the 90s, it was hot. And I do have a Honda 2200 generator and a soft start on my AC. And it was really the first time I've used this generator with the AC for any extended periods of time, and I ran into some problems. Now, granted, I think there may be something wrong with the generator. It was cutting out for 1600, and it should run fine up to 1800 watts, but at 1600 it was continually getting over voltage or over power warnings. Don't know exactly what they're called, but it was the power was cutting off, and it was cutting the compressor on and off. And I worked with a Honda repair person, and he did a lot of troubleshooting with me to determine you need to take that in for warranty work because it's not behaving as if it should. I was a little naive because I thought the running wattage of the Honda 2200 was 2200, and that's actually the surge wattage. The running wattage that they recommend is up to 1800. And that's a pretty small portion of my rig, and while it may theoretically run my AC, it won't run anything else. And I was running 1600. I saw occasionally it would go to 1700. God forbid if I turned anything on in the trailer, it would hit that 1800. I'm going to do any future extended without electricity when it's hot, and I want to be able to do that. While it's a fine, beautiful generator, it's underpowered for my needs. It does make a bigger one, but it's substantial. It's a lot of money. It is better quality than other brands like Champion. I went out and I bought a Champion locally, Champion 4650. Those are the surge watts, and the running watts I think are 3650. Now, if I'm wrong memory with these, I'm going to put up their correct numbers, but it's 50 watts over the 30 amp capacity of my trailer. So it should behave exactly as plugging into shore power in terms of the amount of power coming in, and it's worked flawlessly since I got it. Also, it has the added benefit of having more than twice the amount of gas tank capacity, so it'll run much longer than the Honda. Now, there are 2 drawbacks. It's not high quality as Honda is. It's okay quality, don't get me wrong. But as the tech pointed out to me, in a Honda generator, the windings in the electric motor are copper, and they're aluminum in the Champion, which costs less. It's a lesser quality. I get that. But the Honda generator, $2,000, maybe a little bit better if you can catch it on sale. And Champion that I got was just over $900 with taxes. So it's very quiet. I was very surprised how quiet it is. And when I'm running my AC, when it's going, at about 60% capacity versus I was up against 90 to 100% capacity on the Honda. So my plan is a Honda repair person I'm going to be near to in the next month. I've talked to him. He's going to take a look at it. If there's something wrong with it, he'll fix it under warranty. If not, he'll just do maintenance on it. I'll pay him and I'll sell it on eBay. They're worth $500-600. I'll probably, for the sake of not having to ship it, I'll probably try to sell it locally and do it for less money. So I don't think I'll have a problem selling that. But it's a good takeaway accident getting a site where it was extremely warm for a while and figuring out my generator needs. Now, the other big drawback of this generator is it's about, I'd say, twice the weight of the Honda. I could pick up that Honda like a suitcase and not pick up the Champion like a suitcase. In fact, I've decided that in order for it to be practical and me not to hurt myself, it's gonna have to live in the back of my pickup truck permanently. So in other words, I've already done it where I run it, I open the tailgate, I bring it out on the tailgate, I fire it up and run it off the tailgate. That's not ideal from a safety standpoint. I've seen vehicles that have caught fire because the generator caught fire, but that's actually pretty rare. And because I'm gonna be here, kind of definition, when the generator's running, if something happens, find out pretty quick, and I have fire extinguishers that I can get the fire out, hopefully. Anyway, that's my big takeaway from I learned here at Story Lake. It's been an interesting past few days here because there's been tremendous amount of rain that caused severe flooding in this very area where they were considering evacuations close to us. I don't know if they were ever considering, I don't think they're ever considering evacuating the campground because I noticed there's pretty good drainage here in the campground down into the lake, and you can see the lake rose pretty substantially. But one of the things that happened was the water treatment plant was flooded here in Las Vegas, and that includes the water here. So they put it on alert that do not drink the water. They put on a boil alert, and they also mandated that they close all the businesses other than, I think, grocery stores and gas stations in Las Vegas. And they're, as far as I know, they're all still closed until Wednesday. I found details of this because I went to go to the laundry on Sunday and it was closed. They had a little sign up there, per the flooding, closed. And I went to Walmart and I noticed in Walmart, people were filling their carts with bottled water. And so I stopped one of the folks and asked her about what was going on, and that's how I got the information on the businesses being closed. So as you can see though, today, for the first day since maybe Friday, last Thursday or Friday, today's Monday, it's bright and sunny, blue skies, it's beautiful, perfect temperature. It's gotta be probably 70 degrees right now, and it is 9:45 in the morning. So I hope you enjoyed the view. I hope you enjoyed the talk. This is pretty typical RV life. And as always, I really appreciate you watching my videos. I think it's wonderful and I'm grateful. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.